tourist attractions here have been
Hungary is a landlocked country, uniquely in Central Europe. With about 10 million inhabitants, Hungary is a medium-sized member state of the European Union. You would be impressed of the culture and beautiful architectures that the country holds. If you were to come to visit Hungary, you will immediately fall in love and enjoy the country. Assalamualaikum. I am now in the best place to explore Hungary. The best place that it has the treasure trove of European history, the heart of Europe, Budapest. Instead of the best tourist attractions here, have you ever wondered how the Muslims live here? Join me, Anwar Fake, to embark a journey in Muslim footsteps. Hungary's capital and largest city is Budapest. Budapest is at the heart of Europe. It is the perfect base for exploring Hungary itself. Budapest was founded in 1873 after the unification of three separate towns, where the Danube River flows, Buda and Óbuda on the west bank of the Danube River, and Pest on the east. Subhanallah. I am totally fascinated by the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that is in front of me, the Danube River. And near the Danube River in Budapest, we can see every tourist attraction. The Parliament Bridge, the Buda Castle, the Liberty Statue, the Chain Bridge, and all the bridges across Budapest. So unique, it's so beautiful. You gotta come here and check it out. Next destination is one of the most visited spots by tourists all over the world. It is the Parliament of Budapest. The Parliament of Budapest is the largest parliament building in Europe. With its neo-Gothic and Baroque architecture, it has become one of the 50 beautiful iconic buildings in the world. You can find the parliament on the banks of the Danube River, so get your cameras ready, it's a memorable place. As I'm walking along this road, I'm viewing this beautiful river, the Danube River. But today is Friday, so I'm going to perform my Friday prayers, and I can't wait. I can't wait to be witnessing how does the Muslims in Budapest, how do they pray, how is the khutbah, you know? So I'm going to check it out. Inshallah, I'm going to take the tram and let's go to the masjid, inshallah. Moving around in the city is not difficult. I could easily spot public transportation as the means of transportation. Using the tram is one of the most convenient ways of traveling in the city. But before riding the tram, I have to buy a ticket. Sorry, excuse me, can you speak English? Okay, alright. I was just wondering, like, how could I actually buy a pass for 1 week? The ticket price is very reasonable. You could find that they provide ticket passes for daily pass, weekly pass, and also monthly passes. Alhamdulillah, so it's kind of troublesome for me to buy the ticket because I don't know the language, but Alhamdulillah, thank you for the help of the locals here. They actually guided me through here, and you really, if you don't have the money, you just gotta use the card. Swipe it, and you can go. Travel tips. Don't feel afraid to ask any assistance from the locals, so you won't get lost. Okay, this is another part that I can actually get the tram. So I have to cross here. I cannot just cross all the way here because we've got rules. Alright, this must be my train. Let's hop on.
La 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 la. Traveling to East Malaysia to meet these amazing Sabahan and Sarawakian ladies is definitely going to be a long-lasting memory.
Legends of Borneo, setiap Jumaat 9 malam. Segalanya hanya di OK. Rancangan istimewa untuk kaum lelaki mengupas isu gaya dan cara hidup yang sihat supaya mereka tampil lebih bergaya dan berkarisma. Saksikan UOLS untuk orang lelaki sahaja setiap Isnin 10 pagi. Wow!
Pada saya penampilan untuk lelaki ni sesuatu yang beza.
Saya ni minat warna putih.
Rancangan yang ingin membawa lelaki di luar sana menjadi lelaki yang berinspirasi. Dan di dalam program ini kita akan membentuk fashion, kerjaya dan juga penampilan serta merungkai permasalahan semasa lelaki pada hari ini.
Semuanya hanya di OK.
There is estimated about 30 to 40,000 Muslims in Hungary, less than 0.5% of the population. Despite of the small community, the Islamic history here is over than 1,000 years. It even started before Hungary was established. Budapest Mosque was opened in Ramadan 2011. The Organization of Muslims in Hungary maintains it. Originally, this mosque was just a normal building, but the support of the community and a donator from the Gulf countries, the building was transformed into a mosque naming Budapest Mosque. Alhamdulillah, arriving here gave me the opportunity to meet the president of the Organization of Muslim in Hungary, Mr. Zoltan Solomon.
Sir, I was just wondering, what are the activities here inside the masjid?
First of all, we would like to give the framework for the people to be able to follow the Islamic teachings. So we maintain the places of prayer, which is open for all the 5 prayers, and we have the Jummah. And also we have education for children, and for adults, for men and women, and also we have programs for those who are interested in Islam, because they have an opportunity to come to the masjid, sit down, ask questions, attend lectures, and also we are involved in inter-religious dialogue, which is not necessarily takes place in this mosque. So we try to give the real picture of Islam and make this picture visible for the society, because there are lots of misunderstanding concerning Islam, as you may know.
And is are there mixed nationalities of Muslims here?
Yeah, usually it's mixed nationalities. According to the estimations, the majority of the Muslims are of Arabic background, about 60%, and the 30% is from all over the world, and maybe 10% is the native Hungarians who convert to Islam, or they were born from Muslim families or from mixed marriages. But it's hard to draw the line from which point you consider somebody to be a Hungarian.
This will be my first experience performing Friday prayers here in Europe. After the prayers, I met a young Hungarian Muslim, a student in Budapest, taking major in Arabic language, named Benedict Noik, or his Muslim name, Raghib.
Can you share about the journey, about your finding Islam?
Yeah, as most of us here in Hungary, we don't have, as far as I know, from my point of view, not many people get a religious upbringing, but there are people who feel it, empty. And that was kind of the same with me. And as Allah says in the Quran, وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا فَلَهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. It was inside, and I was searching for the truth, and came towards the Quran, and I started to read it on my own after my journey to Morocco.
So how is your opinion about the Muslim community in Hungary, Budapest?
It's more flourishing than you would think. It's diverse, very diverse. There are people from all around the globe, and because of that, the community is very diverse. But yet there are beautiful connections, inshallah.
Thank you so much, Raghib. It's such a pleasure meeting you. Hope we meet again.
Inshallah.
Right.
You too, Anwar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As a start of meeting the community here, it has made me to understand a little bit on how the lives of Muslims here. And it made me wonder what more to discover. So right now, I have to quickly get to my next location for an appointment. I'm about to meet a Hungarian lady that has converted to Islam for more than 5 years. She is working as a tourist guide. The interesting point here is she transformed her travel tours to a halal tour in Budapest.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum salam. Come in.
Anna?
Yes, please come
Alright.
in.
Inshallah, I'm meeting Anna Lingard, and right here, just want to know what she does, about her job, and all about tourism in Budapest, inshallah.
So where are the places that you take along the halal travel tours? What are the places there?
Many people who comes here, they would like to make sure that they eat in halal restaurants. We show them the places. We take them actually everywhere in Budapest because we have fantastic sites and people are interested in everything. But of course, they are also interested in Muslim monuments. Hungary had 200 years of Ottoman occupation. Are you interested in looking around in our office?
Well, definitely. This is the Royal Mansion. I would love to go around.
Yes, I would like to show you the place.
Thank you. After going around in the Royal Mansion, Anna Lingard took me for sightseeing and we headed to the Gellert Hill. Along the way, I took the opportunity to know more about how Anna Lingard embraced Islam. Okay, could I know actually, quite briefly, how did you actually convert to Islam?
Oh, that's a long story. I used to be a practicing Catholic for 10 years, but I was not truly happy. I was not entirely satisfied with this religion. And I did research. I tried to talk to people with other religions, but it took another 15 years to meet Muslims. So first time when I was in a mosque in my life, it was at the age of 41.
The challenges for you after you converted to Islam, what were the challenges that you faced?
For me, the main challenge was ignorance of other people because my family, my friends, everybody in the neighborhood could thought that this is something suspicious, something bad. Most people in Hungary don't even know that Islam is a monotheistic religion. They think that it is a pagan religion, and they don't know the basics of theology. They don't even know sociology, so many of them think that the biggest Islamic countries are the Arabic countries.
How about other places right here?
Well, on the top of the hill, I would like to take you to the Statue of Liberty. Let's go. We are on the top of Gellért Hill. And here you can see the citadel. It is a fortress which was built by the Austrians in 1850 after a defeated Liberty War. They built up this fortress to control the Hungarian capital, which was on the other side at that time. Hungary and Budapest was occupied by the Soviet forces. The Soviets built up a liberation monument.
Can you tell me a little about the statue here?
Yes, sure. It was erected by the Soviets in 1947 when, after the Second World War, they occupied Hungary and the capital. When the communist system ended, people wanted to get rid of it, but in the end, this lady got very popular. And if you look at that first column, you can notice that something is missing from that. A Soviet soldier was standing there with a machine gun and a Soviet flag. This statue was removed, but the lady survived the political changings. You know what makes Budapest very unique? It is really the Danube panorama. Most people come here for this. The beautiful bridges, they take a cruise on the Danube at daytime or at night, especially at night when the buildings are illuminated. This is really stunning. Because from this spot on the top of Gellért Hill, you look around and you have a 360-degree panorama, and you have an impression about the size, the beauty, the architecture, and altogether the structure of our city.
Feeling very excited after witnessing a bigger picture of Budapest, so Anna promised to take me to another beautiful place. I wonder what it is. Stay tuned after this break.
Yang melancong secara spontan tanpa perancangan awal di sekitar semenanjung Malaysia. Three Men with No Plans, setiap Ahad 9.30 malam. Semuanya hanya di saluran OK. Pengorbanan diraikan dengan penuh kesyukuran. Tiga kisah berlainan situasi, namun syarat pengajaran, penuh konflik, kasih sayang, dusta dan keinsafan.
Syida macam dah nak pergi pulang ke Abang berubah.
Abang berubah bukan sebab Syida. Sebab abang memang betul-betul nak berubah.
Saya tak nampak orang lain yang boleh pegang jawatan musuh itu. Selain awak, Mus. Allah Akbar. Ya betul ni.
Kalau Nadia nak pinjam sikit untuk buat modal pergi kedai tu boleh tak?
Mustahillah kalau kata tak ada kan menipu. Semua tu simpanan untuk masa depan sakit pening. Mana nak tahu kan.
Hayati pengorbanan. Salam Aidiladha daripada saluran OK.
Bagi meringankan beban kos pengangkutan, kerajaan akan memperkenalkan program My30 di mana pengguna hanya perlu membayar RM30 sahaja sebulan, iaitu RM1 sehari untuk menikmati pas perjalanan tanpa had bagi pengangkutan awam di bawah selian Pasarana di Lembah Kelang. Dan inisiatif ini juga terbuka pada semua warga negara dan akan berkuat kuasa mulai 15 Jun hingga hujung 2020.
My journey in Budapest is such a thrill. I couldn't wait to discover the new places that I'm about to see. On my next destination is not so far from the Gellert Hill, just about 15 minutes travel down the hill.
And I see this is one kind of beautiful monument here. So what is this actually?
This is the 0-kilometer stone of the country. It means that this is the heart of the country, and the distance of other cities from the capital is measured from this spot. So this is a very good spot to start our tour.
Wow, mashallah. So I think we can go to another spot.
Yes, I think we should start in the Kassel district.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Anna,
Yes?
I was wondering, where is actually the Buddha Castle? Everybody's lining up here, and I see there's like a tram here and so on.
I understand the question because everybody's looking for a castle. There is no actual castle here.
Okay.
It is a long medieval city, 2.5 kilometers long,
Okay.
surrounded by fortification walls. And this is why we call it the castle district. People line up to the funicular. Look at those cable cars. It is from 1870, the second cable car of Europe, beautifully preserved. And this is a way to get up to the castle district, or we can just walk. Other people choose the public bus.
It has come to my understanding that if you were to visit Hungary, it is best during spring and autumn. It is because Hungary is far from the sea, thus it has the hottest summer and the coldest winter. Either way, always prepare with the best attire.
Anna, you mentioned that the Buddha Castle is so unique, surrounded by fortification, and I was I really need to know. So can you explain it maybe through the map?
Yes, here we can actually see that we call Castle District the medieval city, a long 2.5 kilometer long area.
2.5.
It has two parts. To the south, this is the Royal District or Palace District. We have here the Royal Palace, the President's Office, the Prime Minister's Office, governmental buildings, and to the north, beautiful medieval buildings around Matthias Church, which is the Coronation Church. And this square is the highest point and the central square of the Castle District. And since 1988, it is also on the World Heritage UNESCO list.
So, Anna, what is this place actually?
This is the former Jewish district. In the medieval time, the Jewish minority lived here under Christian rule. And a very interesting story that when the Ottoman Empire was growing and they occupied Hungary, Jews expected better life under Muslim rule, and they stood on the Turkish side, the occupiers. The Buddha Castle was occupied by the Turks for 168 years.
The Buddha Castle was known to be besieged over 16 times, the most frequently besieged castle in Europe, and so of today, it is one of the precious sites to be visited in Budapest.
So behind us is one of carries a big history, right? So what is it actually?
The oldest part of this church is from 1278, and it is the Coronation Church, the oldest and the most important church of the Buddha Castle, and it was transformed to be a mosque during the Ottoman era. Wow. When the Turks occupied Hungary and the capital, many churches were transformed to be mosques, except one in the north.
Thank you, Anna, for spending time with me. She surely deserves to be a good tourist guide. I do recommend anyone across the globe to travel in Hungary with her. So now, I'm off to my next destination.
This is the Great Market Hall of Budapest. It is the most beautiful and biggest hall of market in Budapest. It was built in 1897. I'm already fascinated about the architecture. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to see what's inside. Let's go.
You can get all sorts of goods on the 3 floors of the Great Market Hall. On the upper floor, you would find souvenirs, t-shirts, handmade products, and more. For the ground floor, you would find fruits, vegetables, dairy products, and other foods.
Subhanallah, this place is so beautiful. From spring to fall, almost 30 to 40,000 people come here every day. And look, besides of the fresh goods and products and souvenirs, there are so many things that you can taste here. Everything, you can name it, you can get it here. Amazing.
Hungary uses the currency called Hungarian forint. For every 7,000 forint would be equal to 100 Malaysian ringgit.
The Grey Market Hall holds like 3 stories, and this is the level that we can actually get lots of souvenirs. Ooh, lots of things you gotta buy, man.
As the day starts to get dark, I get a short walk to experience the night sights here in the city. As a traveler, you must go out and experience the day and night sceneries. Episode, Muslim Footsteps has introduced a glimpse of the life of the Muslim community in Europe. Yet, there is a long journey ahead.
To be honest, my first time being here in Budapest, I really enjoy it. And meeting Anna Lingard is something additional for me. I'm so happy to meet her that actually I'm so proud that she presents Islam in Hungary. She promotes and shares the beautiful of Islam to Hungarians and also around the world. Besides the chilly weather, I totally enjoy this Budapest.
My journey does not stop here. I'm Anwar Fik in Muslim Footsteps. One destination, 1,000 experience.